Hello everyone, this is Weathermiss and welcome to episode 8 of our Sims series. Last time we got enough money to basically renovate our house. If you haven't seen that house renovation video and you would like to, I will link it in the description below. But this is where we are right now as far as our house goes. We have these two rooms that aren't quite updated yet because we're waiting for additional money to start coming through either the gardening or the jobs. But these are going to be our children's room as well as the guest bathroom. But we decided that since we don't really need those right away, we're okay with leaving those as is. But this is basically what the new house looks like and ready to get them going back into their usual schedule. So the situation right now is that Lesley has both of our promotion tasks complete. She just has this daily task to start, but she's in a really good position to be promoted again. She has her requirement and her performance to be excellent. And Korbin just got promoted recently, and so he does have his 2 promotion tasks up just in time for a new work week to begin, and he has his daily task up as well. So he's already ready for work and good to go. Lesley needs to practice music before she goes to work. I don't think she has to because her performance is still pretty good, but it might be good to go ahead and bring those up. So I'm going to have her use the restroom really quick. And one thing that I recently just thought of is that I probably should have them have a cheapo bathroom just to start, only because I don't want them to go to the master bathroom all the time. And so I'm going to go ahead and just place in some cheap appliances in here, just so that way they have a place to go and they don't have to go to the master. I'm going to set up, how about we just set up a toilet and sink, and then the shower they can go in the back. It doesn't really matter at that point where we are right now and what's the plan for today. So as of now, Lesley's off, which is good. She doesn't work for another couple of days, and so we'll just focus on getting her mood up and then chilling out. Here's our garden, which we do have some plots of our old garden, but our goal is to plant some more of these into over here. So that just means that our next batch, we won't have to necessarily sell all of them because we want to keep them for over here. And then Korbin does work these next couple of days, so we're just going to focus on getting his mood up for work. That way he can get promoted. And as far as aspiration goes, he still needs to mix drinks at a social event, which they're probably going to do at their wedding, just because that's the next social event I can think that they're definitely going to have, or they'll have a house party or something. And then Lesley still has the friend of animals, where she wants to be friends with 5 animals and train out misbehaviors. So I do think at some point, perhaps even this episode, I do want to have them get married. They're at the point where they have a lovely house now. They are going to be having a family and kids soon. Like, we have the space to start having kids. We should be getting married. The only downside is I don't have a whole lot of money left to actually start like the wedding process, or put money towards the wedding, because I'd like to be able to put some money toward it, or have some money to actually do stuff with it. And so we kind of have to basically make our way back up there again, which I don't think is going to be too much work, just a couple of days of work, and then a couple of gardening harvests. But aside from that, we should be good to go. Also, one thing that I wanted to point out really quickly is that if you watched my home build update, you'll notice that it is slightly different in the front than what is shown here. I did this edit after the fact. I think originally it only had these 2 columns, but I went ahead and added some sort of accent columns in the front here just to make it look a little bit more dynamic and somewhat nice, and not too cluttery, not too bare. I think it's a pretty good middle ground. So I'm pretty happy with it. I think I do want to put out some outside lights here though, because it is quite dark, and so I want to place down some lights here. Ooh, what do these look like? Ooh, these are actually so bright, but I feel like these are a little bit more commercialized, so I don't think I want to go with those, but I think I like these ones. These are pretty cute, pretty small, but also light up a little bit. I don't want to make that or have too many and have it be too cluttered. I think I'm just going to focus around the entrance of the home and then call it a day. I also really like, let's see if I can find them. They're these lights. These ones. They're from the City Living expansion. And basically, you put them on a wall, and they're like a power grid light. And I love these so much. I have them in a couple of my own builds, and I just think they're perfect. I don't really necessarily like them anywhere here, only because I do have these indents and stuff, and I don't think they would go really well in there because it's suppressing some of the light. But I really do liking adding these ones to my builds. They're quite nice. So while we are awake, we're gonna have Korbin clean up this mess that Kaya made on the floor. She made a mess because she is fluffy, fuzzy. I can't exactly remember which one it is, but he's all ready for work. He doesn't work until 7 p.m. and so he has some time before he has to go. So I'm gonna have him clean up some of these hair piles. I'm also going to have him take care of some of his mood thingies before he has to go to bed. So that's going to be using the restroom and taking the shower, and then he'll go to sleep, and his mood should be perfect after that point. He's about to pick up this pile. Lesley I think she's off work, yep. Lesley just needs to practice the music before her next day of work, but she doesn't work until tomorrow, so she still has plenty of time, and so in the meantime, I think it might be a good idea to focus on some of their aspirations. Korbin's, like I mentioned, I'll focus on doing like a wedding event or something like that because he has to create those drinks. Whereas I think I might be able to do a little bit more with Lesley, more specifically going to Brindleton, I think it's called Brindleton Bay, where they have a bunch of animals and I can just go and meet a bunch of animals and become friends with them. I think that'll work that way. So that's what we're going to do with her, and then we're going to have him go ahead and go to sleep afterward. Actually, while he's still awake, I'm going to go ahead and have him harvest these snapdragons before he goes to sleep. And then, actually, since they're going to be in his inventory, I'm just going to go ahead and grab... Oh, oops, I only had to harvest one. Harvest all of them, please. And then we'll grab this. Boom, shakalaka, boom. We'll go ahead and put him in these planters so that way he can plant them. Yes, now we have more. Now that Korbin has all of his snapdragons placed and ready to be planted, I'm going to take the extras and sell them for a quick buck. And then he is about in the mood to just go to sleep. I'm going to have him finish up planting all of these and then watering them all, and then we're going to have him go right to bed. And Lesley is just kind of up, and so I'm going to have her practice her music so she can get up that for her daily task for work. Alright, Korbin is off to sleep. I had Lesley do a little bit of music just to get up her daily task. She's almost at level, I think it's 10. Yeah, almost level 10 of her violin skill, which is pretty awesome. Since Korbin's sleeping, I'm going to go and have her finish up some of the gardening duties, such as spraying for bugs and things like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and just do some stuff to get her mood up before we have her travel to Brindleton? I don't remember what it's called. We're going to be going someplace. Alright, we have the option to tell Kaya to stop drinking from a puddle, which will go into her aspiration about lecturing about misbehaviors. So let's see if this will actually work. Didn't seem to do anything, so unfortunately that does not count toward training out misbehaviors. Ooh, we'll need to make sure we fill Kaya's bowl as well. I typically don't have Lesley cook because her cooking skill isn't that high, but you know what? The only way we can get her cooking skill up is if she cooks, so I went ahead and had her make herself a good old grilled cheese. No, Kaya. You could not have any of this food. This is human food, not pet food. Let's see what happens if we beg her to stop. Oh no, she didn't like that. Kaya, you're not supposed to beg for food. I was really hoping that would go part of the misbehavior part, but apparently she didn't like that too much, and so it didn't quite work out very well. I'm going to beg her to stop barking. See if that works. Yes! She learned to not bark at Sims. That's fantastic. So she was barking at Korbin, and so I was like, I'm going to try and see if this will work, and it did, fortunately. So we've successfully trained out 2 misbehaviors, and now we just need to be friends with 5 animals. Okay, and then we can move on to the next step of her friend of the animals aspiration. Alright, now that she's in a decent mood, she's a little tired, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and travel to the pet place, or the place with lots of animals. There are lots of animals, at least I've seen, that roam around the area. So we're gonna go take a peek, see if we can find some friends. Alright, so we are here on the beach of Brindleton Bay, and typically I see some animals roaming around the area, so I'm gonna go ahead and look around to see if I can find perhaps a dog or a cat to introduce myself to and become friends with. Here we have Rosie, who appears to be a French bulldog, maybe? Not sure. She is a little bit dirty, but I'm going to introduce myself friendly and hopefully pet her and do all these types of things and comfort her. Let's go ahead and give her a big treat, and then we'll play and all this fun stuff, and hopefully she'll be my friend. Yes, we became friends. The good thing about the animals is it really doesn't take too long to become friends with the animals, and so that took like no time at all. So we are now friends with 2 animals. Let's see if we can find another one. So I decided to have Lesley come home from the park because she was extremely exhausted, so I'm having her sleep right now. Korbin is at work, so he is making them monies, and then Kaya's just walking around being all cute and things. She really likes the toilet, apparently. She gets pretty excited over it. So Korbin is back home from work, and he did a really good job. His performance is that good because he just got promoted recently to juice boss. And so now I have to have him mix drinks as part of his daily task. We're going to have him use the restroom. Probably should eat something too, so I'm going to have him prep. How about some mac and cheese? Next, I want to bring up his fun a little bit, so I think I'm going to have him watch some TV. Doesn't really matter what he watches. I think he'll like it either way. Lesley is at about full energy, so I'm going to have her wake up, take a shower. Going to also have her make a salad. And she does work today, but she is all ready for work, so we don't have to do anything extra for that. So Korbin's fun is about all the way up. I'm going to have him quickly repair the shower that Lesley broke, and then I'm going to have him go to sleep, and then Lesley is about to eat so she can bring up her hunger. Afterward, I'm going to have her use the restroom, and then we need to harvest these. I feel like after we harvest these, this will allow us to have a little bit more monies for the wedding fund. I need to raise Lesley's fun just a little bit, so I'm going to have her watch some TV, and then she's going to be at the perfect mood. And then Korbin, I want him to sleep a little bit while longer so he can get up in energy. We will harvest these, and then we'll go ahead and start planning their ceremony. So I went ahead and had Lesley harvest these snapdragons just so she can get that gardening skill up. And then Korbin is about full energy. When he wakes up, I'm going to have him take a shower. And then we're going to go to the venue. So I just realized they can't actually get married yet because Korbin hasn't actually proposed yet. So we're going to go ahead and do that because that's pretty important. Because we're already ready to go, I think I'm just going to go ahead and have them get married now, even though they just got engaged. That's okay. But we're going to go to the planning a social event menu in the phone. Next, we're going to go to the wedding social event. And next, we're going to pick guests, caterer, mixologist, and musician. So as far as guests goes, we don't really know a whole lot of people, so we're just going to invite those 2 people. We're going to hire a caterer. I'm going to go ahead and hire a mixologist as well, although I'm going to have Korbin do a couple of the drinks. I still want to have one there anyway. And then I'm not going to worry about a musician. So now we get to pick the venue, and there's a place that I really like to go to. Let's see if I can find it. Central Park, I believe, comes from City Living, and I really like that place, so we're going to go ahead and go there. Alright, we're going to pause it real quick just to make sure we have everything in place. Oh, I could have gotten a musician. So, this is where we're going to get married and where the guests are going to sit. And here is the bar and I believe the kitchen for the caterer as well. So, the first goal, and obviously the main goal, is to get married. And also we have these sub-goals as well, which are actually fairly easy as well. We can get married here in a bit, but I want to have drinks and talk to guests for a couple of hours first, because I feel like that's pretty easy. And also, I need to mix 3 drinks at a single social event, and so I think this is a good opportunity for Korbin to bust out those drink-making skills. So I'm going to have him make drinks for everyone, just have him make that drink, and I'm hoping because he's making drinks for everybody, it'll count for mixing his 3 drinks, but we shall see. All right, Korbin got to make all of the drinks for everybody, so he completed that aspiration step. And so now we just need to reach level 10 in mixology skill and 5 types of excellent drinks, which apparently we've already done 1 of 5 of. So that's awesome. We're able to check that off our list. So I have to talk to guests for 2 hours, so I'm just going to go ahead and start queuing up some of these conversation pieces, and then have Lesley take a couple drinks as well. Oh, she has a drink already, but I don't know if Korbin has a drink. I'm going to have him grab one too. All right, our had drinks is 3 out of 3 completed. We need to eat food now, and we've also talked to guests for 1 hour. I'm going to go ahead and queue up grab serving together. That way everyone is going to grab some food. I'm not sure why they're all standing here in the kitchen eating, but I guess it really doesn't matter where they're eating as long as they are eating together. Alright, talk to guests for 2 hours has been completed. Eat food is also completed, and it looks like these last 2 plus the main goal are all part of the ceremony itself. So we can go ahead and queue up those bits and pieces. So we're going to go to the wedding arch, and we're going to get married to Lesley. And so I'm going to go ahead and remove some of these conversation pieces, maybe remove that food as well, and then go ahead and jump to getting married. Look, they're running to get married. Take PTO, I'm getting married today. Exchange vows. They're not wearing anything like wedding apparel wise. They're just wearing their casual clothes. Wow. Yay, they got married. Main goal completed. That was so nice. I wish they would have worn their wedding outfits, but that's okay. And we have this beautiful fireworks show, and the last step looks like we need to take the first slice, which means we need a wedding cake. And I don't know if my caterer has made a wedding cake. So it looks like our caterer might be in the process of making a wedding cake. Not sure if this is, perhaps. She has made a ton of faux BLTs and BLTs, and that is not a cake. That's a fruit and yogurt parfait. Are you going to make a cake? Do I have to make a cake? I'm just going to go ahead and make a cake because I've never been successful with having the caterer make the cake. I usually have to make it myself, so we're going to just go ahead and do that. All right, we're going to add a wedding topper to this cake, and then we are going to cut the wedding cake and complete our goal. Woot woot. And then we're going to all take a piece together so everyone can have a piece of cake. Alright, they have arrived home after their wedding day. They are happily married, and now Lesley's going to go to sleep because she is very tired, and Korbin's in a pretty good mood right now, so we're just going to kind of have him do whatever. Oh, fill and call Kaya to eat. Kaya is dirty. Oh, how is she dirty? I probably didn't brush her like I was supposed to, but we can take care of that later. That's going to be all for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of our Sim series, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.